We're back here to test two things. So the full set of covers before we send them off. Second thing is our temporary box. This box here has got a pole construction inside, so you simply take the poles apart, roll the bag up, and it goes from being a box to just a rolled up tube really quickly. The advantage of this is you could leave it on the airfield, leave it near your aircraft, pegged out. It's just much easier to put the covers in the box as opposed to rolling them tightly to get them into their storage bags. Obviously we're on the concrete, normally you peg it out on the grass. If you were on concrete, you could weigh it down, put some water bags or something like that. But the primary thing for today is check out the covers. So let's start. Nice, simple zip. Open up the lid, which has got an overhang. This overhang here just stops the water tracking back up inside the cover. Flap it open. We do have our normal storage bags as well, so if you're going away you can put it in there. We'll start by fitting the tailplane. So when I fitted the wing, it was done in a traditional way, like a sock. There's a second option, which is a zip running the full length of it. This can be really helpful, especially on gliders that have quite a lot of rake in the wings and then really high wingtips that are also extremely sharp. The advantage on the GROB is it's extremely wide chord, which makes the wing quite wide, and you can end up with the fabric on the floor. You don't really want that, you don't want mud, grass and debris on the covers. So let's unzip it and show you the second way. So from that point there, you'd then just lift it off and put it in its storage bag. The reverse of putting it on is put it on the tip, roll it down, zip it up. So that's the two different ways of putting the wing on. Of course, if you've got the zip like this, you can always leave the zip closed. Okay, so that was a good test. Everything fits beautifully, really happy. So we'll just make some notes to make sure that all the features are continued throughout the pattern every time it's used. Now we'll do the reverse, we'll just take it all off and then package it up and send it off to the customer. So tailplane coming off, take off that. That's a retaining strap that just stops the zip getting caught with wind or opening up. It's just a preventative securing measure. Undo the zip all the way to the tip and then just simply lift it off. I always fold it back on itself a bit like that. That just stops it from falling onto the floor. Hard doing it one-handed, and then simply slide it off like that. Okay, next one, fin cover off. So simply undo the buckle, undo the rear buckle there. You can see here that the way in which the overlap is done, we have long Velcro going the length of the aircraft and one Velcro going around the circumference of the aircraft. This allows you to just adjust the cover to different lengths depending on how much tension you want, and obviously it's also a massive overlap so water's not going to get back in there. I tend to grab the fuselage, that just stops it from falling onto the floor, and then undo the split and then walk around the fin and collect it without dropping it into the ground. I also tend to re-velcro it, fold it and put it in the bag. So canopy cowling cover, you can see how far down the fuselage it comes. Really good fit, really nice. You can see the tapering as the fuselage goes from the thicker section into the boom. Really good fit. This cover here has the hail protection as well, so it's got extra little impact protection with the 3D padding underneath. Then you can see the fit around the wing root. You can see how nice and snug that is. There's no water going to get into that join there. Also means that when the wings come in, you can lightly tack it while you're sort of sorting everything out, because we've got the Velcro running this way, and on the wing cover the Velcro runs this way, so you can tack it, get everything on properly, and then move it up to adjust it so that down the length of the wing it's nice and tight and the water won't sit on it. And we like to bring the cover nice and low under the bottom of the cowling. If you leave it too high, as the dirty water rolls off the cover, you'll end up with a little tide line, so you have a clean aircraft and then really dirty, so on the exposed areas. So we like to bring it down nice and low, and around the intakes on the front as well. That just stops any wildlife getting in. You can see the wing root there again, really nice and tight as well. It's not going to flap if this was the only cover you owned. Doesn't weigh very much. We'll get back to the factory and weigh it, but I think that section is sort of 4.5 kilos, something like that. 4.5, 5 kilos. Goes in a separate little bag as well, so if you go touring, no problem. As a company, we do actually fly the GROB 109s all over the country, patterning, and so we know that you can take the cover quite comfortably with a load of other stuff in the back. And so now we'll just take that off.
Thanks for watching this video. Give us a follow for more great content and covers in the future.